Hello everybody, welcome back to the SBGamefun channel and to another episode of Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment. Here we are, we last left off outside this front door here to the house here on the Divine Syndicate property. We had already discovered the 3 plants and I made the mistake of not pressing record before I started. And I went in here and set up an added 2 clues together to get this clue right here. Set up an alkaloid from a chemical laboratory and the caterpillars and perform an experiment with the deadly plants. So I have to set up the experiment. I have to do an analysis. So let's go ahead and head back to, actually, you know what, is there anything up here?
Follow my path, and better you will fear.
Alright, sir. Okay, so I guess he's not going to say anything, so let's go ahead and head back to Baker Street. I was going to say back to Baker Street so we can perform an experiment, but I didn't want to yap it out during the transition. Anyhow, we're going to head over here and let's just, what the heck? Are you doing Tai Chi? Yeah, he's trying. Bring you inner peace, buddy. Alright, so let's perform deadly plant experiment.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Oh my gosh, he's suggesting we put on the gas mask. Okay, so we have some things here. We have 3 things here. Let's take the caterpillar. Okay, so what do we need to do? We're gonna sprinkle it on here? Is that what it is?
How interesting.
Whoa.
What a strong and effective defensive mechanism.
Okay, this shot out. It did not respond when the caterpillar was on it, but this carnivorous plant, when it snatched at it, it shot those thorns out at it. Okay, so let's put it on this one. Let's see what it does.
I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
I don't think these plants are real, are they? Oh, I don't know. I have to look it up. Let's put it over here. Okay. So this guy eats everything. This guy doesn't do anything. And this guy shoots stuff. I'm going to put it back. Let's pick up the alkaloid. Let's see what it does. He just closes up.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
Alright, so let's try them all.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Okay, what does that mean? Let's put it back. Let's poke this guy.
My word! It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack.
Okay, so maybe...
My word!
So I guess maybe we need something like this to attack it. Oh, he's very passive. He hides away.
It appears to have fallen inactive after being disturbed.
Let's see what he does here. Ooh.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas.
Yes.
I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Okay. So, let's... Okay, hold on. Can I... Okay, I can move these. If I put... Let me put it in the center. If I put a... Okay, hold on. Let me switch this with this one. Okay, so what I can do... Okay, let me open this one up first. Put the alkaloid.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Okay. I'm gonna put this on here. And then that one should attack it, and it should spit out a bunch of stuff. Oh, there we go.
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary. The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Okay, so we've completed. So we need to perform the Colonial Collections Room. Perform the experiment, and then we need to find out how to stimulate the deadly plants in the Colonial Collection. Find out what the Divine Syndicate is concealing. Didn't I find out? What are they concealing? I don't know. Find out who killed Dr. Montague, Mr. Montague, and then find the stolen plants from the last exhibition. Didn't I find it? Okay, I may have missed it. Okay. Let's... Should we, do a quick run? Let's go back to Kew Gardens. Maybe we'll... Alright, maybe we'll figure it out here. Okay, so we can talk to this guy maybe? Hamish? What have you got to say, buddy? Before Dunn's death.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
Your activity at that morning.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Okay. So I guess we need to question the other people too about some of the stuff we found. Albert? The day of Dunn's death.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious. Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
Other people's activities.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Yes. Okay. So let's head over to have a chit chat with Ms. Margaret White. So we can go through the nursery. Did we already explore all of this area? What was that?
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Can we? Yes, right there. So why can we do that? This is
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Okay, there's a reason why that's up there. Oh, look at that. Ventilation, we've already gotten that. And we've gotten everything that's available in this room already. So let's keep heading back to the other place. We found the statue bust of Montague Dunn there. So in here should be a transition room. Yes, this is the nursery for all the new seeds. And I think right on the other side here is another transition door. Yes. And then into the seed house. This is where Margaret White is. So let's chit chat with her about that. On the day of Montague's death, what were your movements?
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
The time of his death.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
Your records.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Sometime.
Everyone has gone, Holmes.
What?
The way is clear.
Why am I here? Find the stolen plants. I have found them. Okay, I'm not gonna get that cleared, am I? Okay. I have to... Okay. Man, I was trying to... The record. Why am I... Okay, before I do this, I gotta... It's annoying. Why did they switch me here? I was trying to... I wanted to hear the record. She had a record, she said. In the... Okay, hold on. Let me take a look at that map. Where's the laboratory? Oh, come on. You can walk over that. So the laboratory is up at the front. Okay, so let's... Oh my god, I ran into a full circle. How annoying. They gotta find a better way to trigger that. So she was in the laboratory, she said. Oh, she's talking about the recording. Okay, hold on. What did she say? Here it is. Let's take a look at this here. Okay. Oh my god. Is there no way to... Oh, this is manual. Oh, certainly, please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320. 320. So these aren't 320. This is 245 and 820. 821. Is there another place around here? Hey, did we look at this before? We did. But we didn't see this. This wasn't available to us, was it?
Cylinder records.
Cylinder records. Here's 320.
Here it is.
Okay, what does this say?
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
Okay, she was in here. Albert was over there. So we need to go back in there now and perform this experiment. Look. Household task.
A task list for Albert, compiled by Martin Hamish. Sweep out the palm house, scrub the toilets, clean the storage shed tools.
How did I miss that? I'm too busy looking down at the ground that I must have missed it. Okay, so let's keep going. Is there anything over here? Anything here? Nope. Okay, so here we are. And we guess we have to use our imagination. So this happens. then this happens. Let's watch the sequence. He staggers over, getting ready to overcome by the toxic fumes. Opens the door, and he falls to his death.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Okay. What experiment? Oh, this one.
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Okay. So we need to go to the ventilation system. Is this how the killer did it? He ran. Is this right? Am I in? I can turn it on now? Power?
The power is on. The engine has started.
Oh, look at that. I have no idea what I'm doing.
The ventilation system is working.
Okay. So the ventilation system is now pumping air. How am I doing this here? Okay, it comes out of there, forces its way into there. But we know that, right? Let me run down here real quick. So it's inside the building, and it goes right up to here. And it drops on Montague Dunn. He struggles over to the door and forces the door before dying outside. We could see that from this side. Okay, so let's go back and enter to that side. Oh my gosh, all this running around. Okay, whose area is this? Oh my gosh, this is Hamish. This is Martin Hamish. Look at that.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Can I activate it?
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Oh look! The control lever is now active. Hold on. Why is it giving me this? There it is.
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
The other one? Uh-oh. There's two of them. Okay, so this goes outside, so this is not what we need, so... Okay, it goes all the way over here. And it goes over to here. Right? Yes.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
But I can turn on the fan.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Oh, look at that. There it is. Let's activate it.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Okay, so... Are they implying Hamish did something? Okay, hold on. Deadly precisions. Is it the plants? Yes, it is. Martin Hamish had the opportunity to stimulate the deadly plants in the Colonial Collection Room. As a biologist, he would have understood the technicality of how to do this. Deadly plants, deadly precisions. No? Albert's lack of experience. Albert is not very good at botany. It is doubtful that he could have learned how the plants might release their deadly spores. Albert had the biological knowledge to stimulate the deadly plants. No, I think he's more this. He's not very good at botany, so it is doubtful that he could have learned how the plants might release their deadly spores. Deadly precisions. White studies? Oh, what is this? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. White's lack of experience. No, it says that Miss White had the biological knowledge to stimulate the deadly plants. I'm going to go with this one. Because she's smarter than Albert. Maybe even Hamish. What is this? Had the opportunity to stimulate the deadly plants. Uh-oh. I got conflict here. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe it's not be enough. Okay, so how much do we got? Theft and murder. Okay, let me get out. I want to see here. Find the stolen plants. Oh my goodness. There's still a couple things that three things that I need to figure out why I'm missing it. And it's probably because little details I've missed. But I'm gonna have to do that, I believe, on the next episode.
What should we do next, Holmes?
What should we do next? What should we do next? Well, we can't go anywhere until we finish finding out what happened to the plants.
Do not touch.
Yeah, see, I've already examined all of these. Alright, so I'm going to leave it for the next episode because I'm at my limit here. So, appreciate everybody joining me today on this episode of Sherlock Holmes. On the next one, hopefully we'll be able to figure out why I haven't found all the...
According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Yeah, maybe the next episode we'll figure it out. I just think I'm missing something. This is the problem with playing games where I have to find the detail that they want me to find. And once I've hit all those details or the clues, it will generate the next sequence. I mean, it's like I have to follow the, I guess, the developer's sequence of things. And my habit of looking down all the time, I miss stuff that's above me. Okay, so again, appreciate you joining me. We will finish this up, I think, on the next episode. Again, appreciate you joining. Oh God, I feel like a broken record. We will finish this up. I'm going to say that. We'll finish this up on the next episode. If you like my kind of goofy content, make sure you click on subscribe and click on that bell to get notified when I upload new content, folks. And I hope to see you back here on the next episode. Until then, have a good one.